Welcome to this session, guys. I'm Anirudh Mathur. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important and one of the most difficult topic in point of the students of arithmetic, which is compound interest. Compound interest is one of the topic which can be asked in several examinations such as SSC, banking, railway, and other state examinations, right? State examination. So guys, we are going to discuss this topic in a very good manner so that you can solve each and every question of these examinations, guys. Okay, so now our today's topic is compound interest. Compound interest. So guys, before understanding this topic compound interest, we have to know some terminologies which we are going to discuss in this particular session. First of all, we will discuss about P, which is stands for principal, which is stands for, so P stands for principal, R stands for rate, T stands for time, A stands for amount, and I stands for interest. Right? So these are the some factors which we are going to discuss in the basic part of compound interest. Now, what is the meaning of principal? Let us assume that one of your friend came to you and asked for some amount and you gave him 10,000 rupees as a borrow, right? As a borrow. Now this amount is known as principal, right? The amount which you are giving to your friend as a borrow, it is known as principal. Similarly, now your friend will charge you some extra amount, right, at some rate. So this rate is known as 10%. Let us assume that he is charging 10% interest to you for an year, right? So now what is the exact meaning of rate? What is the exact meaning of rate? We can write it down as 10 upon 100. 10 upon 100. What does it mean? It means the interest on every 100 rupees in an year, the extra amount, extra money which you are getting on every 100 rupees in an year is known as rate, right? Are you getting my point, guys? So now we can say that this 100 is principal and this 10 is interest. This 10 is interest. So what we can say, 10 rupees we are gaining on every 100 rupees of principal is known as rate. Are you getting my point? Similarly, time. Let us assume that your friend gives you 10,000 rupees for 3 years. That after 3 years you have to pay the total amount to your friend, right? So this is time, which is not that much difficult. Amount. Now, what is the meaning of amount? Amount is what, guys? The sum of principal and interest. The sum of principal and interest. Now, what is principal? 10,000 rupees, right? 10,000 rupees is your principal. And what is your interest? The amount which you are gaining, extra amount which you are gaining on every 100 rupees in an year is known as interest. So let us assume that the interest gain by you is X. So what will be your total amount? Total amount which you have to give back to your friend will be 10,000 plus X, right? Now, interest is what? Interest is the extra amount which you are getting on the principal, right? So this is the basic terminology which we are going to discuss, right? Now first of all, a question will be raised in your mind, sir, that how much types of interest are there? So guys, let me tell you that there are two types of interest are there. First is simple interest, which is known as SI. Second one is compound interest, which is known as compound CI. Now the working policy of both of these interests are different. Simple interest is always calculated on normal percentage rate, whereas the compound interest is calculated on successive percentage rate. Sorry, successive percentage rate. Now, what does it mean, normal percentage rate? What does it mean? It means that if your friend is giving 10,000 rupees to you for at the rate of 10% for 100 years, for an example. So now, for first year, let us assume that the interest is 10 rupees. This is just an example. Now, this 10 rupees will remain constant till 100 years, right? That after 100 years, how much amount you have to give extra? 10 into 100, which is 1000 rupees. Are you getting my point? Now, this is simple interest. And what is the formula for simple interest? We will discuss it in detail, but right now I am just explaining it to you. It is R percent into T. R percent into T, right? Now, what is the formula for successive percentage rate? So guys, successive percentage rate means, let us assume the 10% is the rate on which you are giving some amount to your friend, right? You are giving some amount to your friend at the rate of 10%. So guys, always remember 10% is equals to what? 10% is equals to 10 upon 100, right? Are you getting my point? So it means 10 rupees is the interest on every 100 rupees. Are you getting my point? So now we can say that in the first year the interest will be 10 rupees. The interest will be 10 rupees. Second year, the simple interest. Mark my words. First year, the interest, which is SI and CI both. So always remember one thing, that in first year, compound interest and simple interest both are equal to each other. And as I told you that simple interest is always remain constant. So for next year, the simple interest will also be equals to 10. But here what we have to learn, that the next year compound interest will be equals to what? Compound interest will be 10% extra on this 10% interest which we have gained in first year, right? So 10% of this 10 will be equals to 1. 10% of this 10 will be equals to 1. So now what we can say, that the total compound interest for second year is 10 plus this. So compound interest will be equals to 11, right? So compound interest will be equals to 11. This is known as successive. This is known as successive percentage rate. Similarly, if someone asks you what is this one, so we can say that this is the difference between compound interest and simple interest. Are you getting my point? So now there is a formula for successive percentage rate. There is a formula for successive percentage rate, which is A plus B plus AB upon 100. This formula is when two percentage rates are given. When two percentage rates are given, now a question will be raised in your mind, sir. If there are three percentage rates were given, then what will be the formula? So guys, I am telling you the correct formula for it, but I am giving you one tip, that never use that formula. It will take a lot of time. We will discuss the ratio method for on the place of that particular formula. So the formula is A plus B plus C plus AB plus BC plus CA upon 100 plus ABC upon 10,000 upon 10,000. So now a question will be raised in your mind. A question will be raised in your mind. So this is the formula for when three rates are given, right? When three rates are given, right? So now let us assume that the rate given is 10% and the time is for 2 years, right? So now what will be the successive percentage rate of it? So it will become 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10, 100 upon 100 which is equals to 21%, right? Which is equals to 21%. And in the previous example we have already discussed it, that in first year the simple interest is 10, second year simple interest is 10, and in second year the compound interest will be equals to 10% extra on this 10, so it will become 1. So the total compound interest in second year is 11. Total simple interest for 2 years is 20. Total compound interest for it is 20 plus 1. So this will be equals to 21. Right? Are you getting my point? Both of these are equal to each other. Both of these are equal to each other. Now let us assume that if 10% of rate is given and you have to find out the total percentage rate or the successive percentage rate for 2 years, then what we can apply? The ratio of 10, the fraction of 10% is 1 upon 10. It means 10 is your principal, 1 is your interest, right? So 10 rupees is your principal, and after 1 year it will become 11. For next year 10, 11. So 10 into 10 is 100. 11 into 11 is your amount. So there is 100 rupees and your amount is 121. So what will be the total interest on it? So it will become 21. It will become 21, right? Are you getting my point, guys? Very simple. Okay. Now let's move on to the next concept. Now let's move on to the next concept. So next concept is, let us assume that you gave P rupees to your friend. P rupees to your friend as a borrow. After n years, right? After n years, the total interest on this P rupees is X. Right? Is X. So what will be the amount you have to pay to your friend? It will be equals to P plus X, right? So now let us assume it is A1, amount A1, right? After this, after n more years, the total interest on this P plus X is Y rupees. Are you getting my point? So what we can write? It will become P plus Y. The total interest after more years on this P, it will become P plus Y. It will become P plus Y. So now the total time in this whole process is 2n years, right? The total time in this complete process is 2n years, right? So now guys, if someone asks that what is the principal, what is the principal amount, right? What is the principal amount? So what we have to learn, that in successive percentage rate, the ratio between P and P plus X is always equals to the ratio between P plus X and P plus Y. Right? Are you getting my point? So we can write it as P upon P plus Y equals to P plus X upon P plus Y. Sorry, P plus X and P plus Y. Right? So now, when we cross multiply it, what we will get? P into P, P square plus Py equals to P plus X whole square, which is P square plus 2px plus x square, right? So guys, P square will be cancelled out, x square 2px py, right? X square 2px py. So now P py plus when we take this 2px over here, so what will it become? Py minus 2px equals to x square. taking p as common. So what will it become? Y minus 2x equals to x square. Equals to x square. So what will be the value of p? So it will become x square upon y minus 2x. This will be your principal. This will be your principal amount. Are you getting my point? This is one of the most favorite question of IBPS, SSC and SBI. है ना? In this particular concept, he will say that the compound interest for 2 years, the compound interest for 2 years, let us assume 420, and the compound interest for 4 years is 640. Then what will be the principal, right? So in that particular case, you have to use this formula, x square upon y minus 2x. Are you getting my point? This formula will be used when when the time is doubling itself, and the compound interest is given to you, and we have to find out the principal. But when we have to find out the principal, but amount is given to us, then which formula we have to apply? So guys, listen, we gave p rupees to our friend. After n years we will get p plus x, and after 2n years, the total time, we will get p plus y, right? This is p, this is a1, and this is a2, right? So now the ratio between both of these is p upon a1 is equals to the ratio between a1 and a2. So what will it become? P is equals to a1 square upon a2. So this formula will be used when on the place of compound interest, amount is given to you, right? So this formula we have to use in that particular case, right? So guys, we have discussed some important concept of compound interest. Now I am going to discuss about golden ratio. Now, what is the meaning of golden ratio? Listen. Golden ratio. What is golden ratio? Listen. In this particular concept, we have to learn some formulas. Three, 1. 4, 6, 4, 1. These are the formulas. Now a question will be raised in your mind, sir, what? We have to learn all these formulas? It will take a lot of time. So guys, we don't have to learn this formula. We don't have to mug up all these formula. We just need to understand that how we can form these formulas, right? So now, first letter will be same as the year. And in each and every formula, we have to plus 1 in the last. We have to add 1 in the last, right? So for 2, the first number will be equals same as the year plus 1. In 3, the first number will be same as the year and plus 1 in the last. But now this 3, right? So when we add 2 plus 1, it is 3. 4, the first number will be same as the year, and we just need to add 1 in the last. 6, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 1, 4. Right? First number same as the year plus 1 in the last. 10. 4 plus 6, 10. This 10, 6 plus 4, 10. This 5, 4 plus 1, 5. Right? Now you can easily find out the formula for 6. What will be the formula? First number will be equals to the year, and we just need to add 1 in the last. Simple. 5 plus 10, 15. 10 plus 10, 20. 10 plus 5, 15. 5 plus 1, 6. That's all. This will be the formula for it. Tell me, are you getting it? Right? Is it simple? Now, this formula can be used. Whenever the percentage rate is in the integer form. For an example, 5%, 10%, right? In the integer form. But whenever this type of percentage rate is given, now that formula will be not able to solve the question quickly, right? So now in this we just need to apply ratio method, right? Because something like this, you are not able to solve this particular ratio, right? So now what we will use ratio method. Let us understand it by an example. Let us assume that you gave 10,000 rupees to one of your friend at the rate of 10% and the given time is 3 or 2, right? We just need to calculate amount, compound interest, simple interest, right? Compound, simple, and the difference between compound interest and simple interest, right? So now by using golden ratio method, first is by using golden ratio method. So the formula for 2 years is 2 into blank space plus 1 into blank space, right? So now principal is 1000 rupees. Rate is 10. So the interest is always calculated on principal. So the 10% of this principal will be equals to 100, right? It will be equals to 100. Now a question will be raised that, sir, what is the exact definition of compound interest? So the compound interest definition is the interest which is gained on interest, right? Interest which is gained on interest is known as compound interest. So here this 100 rupees which is interest, but it is calculated on principal. But this was calculated on principal. But what we have to do? We have to calculate the interest on interest. So we have to calculate 10% of this 100. So it will become 10, right? So now in this one single line we will able to answer all these 4 questions. First part of this equation is 200. So this will be the SI, right? This will be the SI. After this part it is CI minus SI, which is 10, right? Total of SI and CI minus SI will be equals to CI, which is equals to which is equals to 210 rupees. And now if we talk about amount, so the principal was 1000, total interest on it is 210, so the total amount will be 1210 rupees, and this will be the final answer. Tell me, are you getting it? Is it okay? Now this is the method by using golden ratio method. Now we will discuss it by ratio method. Now listen guys. Rate is 10%. The fraction value for 10 is 1 upon 10. That means 10 rupees in first year it will become 11. For next year it will become 11. So the total is, principal is 100, amount is 121. Getting my point? Principal is 100, amount is 121. So we can say that the total compound interest is 21. Are you getting my point? है ना? But according to the question, the principal is 1000. Principal is 1000. So what we can say? We can say that this 100 must be equals to 1000. It means 10 times of it. Right? 10 times of it. So the total amount will always be equals to 10 times of itself. So it will become, this is amount, this is principal. You can check the total amount is 1210. 1210. Total CI, if it is 21, so it will also be equals to 10% of it, 10 times of it. So it will become 210. Now guys, what will be the SI of it? R percent into T. R percent into T. We have already discussed this formula, right guys? So R percent is 10, T is 2. So it will become 20, and this is the ratio. This is not the simple interest, this is ratio. We have to take its 10 time, है ना? So what will it become? 200. Simple. Now, what is the difference between CI and SI? Check. We have completed all the questions which are asked in this particular question. Right? So guys, these are the some methods through which we can easily calculate compound interest, right? So I hope you really like this session and really enjoyed this session. We will discuss some more concept about compound interest in our next session. Till then, bye bye, take care, thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, bye bye.